Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're back with some Queen gameplay. Queen is actually starting to do kind of well in some tournaments, right? He won a regional a couple weeks ago, finishing in first place, has topped. You see a random list topping every now and then, and I always really like Queen, so I'm glad to see some success that Queen has been having. So I wanted to give it a shot today over the next 3 days and see how it goes. Now, my Queen list has been a little bit updated compared to the first one that I showcased about a month ago. I kind of ended up mixing some of the things that I saw from some of the lists that have been topping with some of the on ideas that I had before, and I think it feels a lot more solid, right? We kind of go all in more on blockers like Roulette, a lot of trigger blockers, so just to make the opponent's life very miserable when we hit stuff off a trigger. So hope you enjoyed today's matchup, which is going to be Queen versus Rebecca. We have 2 games against the same Rebecca player, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Rebecca. Ooh. How do I want to do this then? Oh, opponent's nice. Let's go second here. Let's mulligan this hand. I don't see any of my 9 drops. I don't see them anyways here. We can still get a block here. The Red Roc and the gun and the 1,000 Worlds kind of be nice, I guess, for the Kyros and potentially the Luffy. It's gonna be a long dragged out game, huh? It's gonna be a long dragged out game. One against the Rebecca here. They get a Luffy already. All right. So they already get a Luffy. I don't want to play Kaya right now, right? Because I mean, I feel like our hand is pretty good. No need to trash anything. We'll use it with the Sogeking. I mean, our hand is not good, right? Again, I don't think I don't have any of my big bodies, so it's a little bit of a problem. If we conserve enough life, we might be able to get Yamato to pop their Luffy instead of sending it to the bottom of the deck with Red Roc, which might be important for us. We can just play the Roulette as it is next turn. If the opponent plays Kyros here, I might just go 1,000 rolls on the Kyros. Opponent should probably just draw with Rebecca here, right? And that's what I'm guessing. But yeah, I still think we go ahead and start attacking with the Queen. Oh, they are actually going to play the Kyros, huh? 2 Coliseums down. I say actually... Or do I want to take that life, right? I'm trying to think if I want to actually pop that Kyros down, or do I actually want to take the life? I think I'm going to go ahead and just actually bring that Kyros down to the bottom. Buy myself time so that I have enough life for when I actually start drawing my big bodies. I do want to start seeing what I have in my life, because again, if I'm not seeing the big bodies in my hand, there's a good chance that they're actually in my life, right? But we can just play Roulette next turn, if anything, and then start working with the Sogeking. Red Roc is going to be decent. I guess we can also... Yeah, because the Sogeking doesn't stop the Luffy, because the Luffy is 7. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go Roulette and go from there. If I get a Katakuri, maybe we just play out the Bege and put it in the bottom of our life. The Bege is really good at stopping their Luffy because he stops it from attacking for the rest of the turn, right? Opponent lost their own 1,000 Worlds. They get Tashigi. So whatever I play, the opponent will be able to more or less just kill, right? Like, the Brulees are just going to die to the Tashigi into a second Kyros. Still nothing, huh? That's so weird. I have so many cards in my hand, and I don't have any of the ones that actually matter, right? Let's just go like this. That lets us kind of reduce the amount of cards in my hand, so that when we actually start working on this Queen situation, we get there. Sogeking can bounce back one of their units. If it's a Kyros, we probably don't want to bounce back the Kyros. We don't have Katakuri. Otherwise, Katakuri will be pretty good here as well. Yeah, they're gonna just pop this first Brulee. You see the Leo or Kyros. It does let me kill this Tashigi next turn though, which is gonna be nice. Opponent loses at Orlumbus. The double Coliseum on the discard pile is good for us. Very good for us. But it's also not threatening us at all, so they trash one Luffy on their hand. Obviously, that means they have the second Luffy, right? Do I bounce this Sabo? I guess it's a question. Like, do I ever bounce this Sabo? Do I ever bounce this Sabo and let the opponent replay Sabo? Let's go like this. We get the Mihawk. That's great. I think we can trash one of these blockers. So I guess we'll go for the Boa. And the Red Roc, I think, is so good. But it might be a little bit too slow. Might be a little bit too slow, actually. So let's get rid of one Red Roc, and then let's just go here and attack the Tashigi. Force the opponent to spend 2 cards out of their hand if they want to save this Tashigi. Because I'd rather not attack their life. Opponent threw away one Luffy. So I'm guessing, obviously, they have the second Luffy in their hand. But the less resources, there's a chance that, you know, they have a couple Luffys in their life. And there's a chance that we can technically deck them out if the opponent actually doesn't get the other Luffys. Because we can bottom deck the Luffy with the Mihawk. Problem is that we still have 4 life, 4 cards. Okay, opponent's gonna go Sabo. When it goes for the Sabo, trashes another Sabo, trashes the Tashigi. They're taking this so slow. Goes for the Ideo. I guess we know it's going to be a slow, dragged out game, right? We know it's going to be a slow, dragged out game. They get another Kyros here. Is this actually the Mihawk turn? I don't even know that it is. I guess, honestly, bottom decking that Sabo is not the worst thing. It just sucks that we don't have any other, like, big body. Like... Because if we go with Mihawk, we have, I guess, still have 1 done open, so we can go ahead, attack for 7 and attack for 5. Force the opponent. Sure. Let's go for it. Let's go 5 here, and then let's go 7 with the Sogeking. Let's start putting pressure on them. Let's start putting pressure on them. They take it. Is that a trigger? No? Okay. So then we'll go like this. Attack for 7 into the Rebecca. They want to take these lives, right? They want to take these lives. It means that this game we're going to be more aggressive than usual. We could play Kaya to try to fix our hand a little bit. And maybe that's going to be worth it. Sooner rather than later. We still have access to potential Yamato to pop that Ideo, getting rid of 1 blocker. Opponent showing us 2 Sabos already. Oh, well, yeah, 2 Sabos, because the other one we bottom decked the other Sabo, right? Showed us 1 Luffy. There's the second Luffy. No Coliseum means that this Luffy cannot attack this turn. So the Luffy gets no value because we're just going to Red Roc it, right? And that's the first Luffy out of the way. Yeah, no Coliseum. Again, seeing those 2 Coliseums get trash early on just makes such a big difference. Opponent could technically use this Luffy ability if they wanted to. Like, they could technically use... Oh, they got the Coliseum anyways. They got a 3rd Coliseum. Alright. Sure. So you can go ahead and actually just get... So yeah, so decking now is a dream that's not going to happen, right? I guess if the opponent doesn't do anything with this Luffy, I just bounce it back anyways, right? Like, they should at least... The only reason not to attack right now... I guess I'll give you the 2K counter. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So obviously, in their head, they're like, oh yeah, we can save this Luffy because we have the Ideos, right? So they're willing to sacrifice the Ideo. We keep sits down here. If we keep sits down here... Keep sits down, and then we have 3 down to play with, which means that we're probably just gonna go 1 down, honestly. Let's go like this. I wanted to use their blockers before we play this Red Roc on the Luffy. I'm always going to put this Red Roc on the Luffy. I just wanted to use their blockers or use their cards from their hand before we actually go for it. So let's go for 7. Okay, that's a 2K counter. Then we go for 9. Okay. Do we go 5? I guess let's just attack their leader, to be honest. Let's go 5. We could have gone another 7 here. I guess, honestly, maybe it was better for me to go for the 7. It forced another 2K counter out of their hand. Okay, they ended up using the 2K counter anyways. So I guess that ended up working out for us. And then we'll just play another Brulee. Or we can go the pound and get that blocker to be in their life. Kind of like the pound. It puts their blocker in their life, and if it's the last card we have to worry about, it should be in a decent spot. They have we have 2 blockers, so there's no way for them to actually kill. There's no way for them to actually kill my Mihawk or the Sogeking, because we just get to block twice. Yeah, so we go pound, resolve. We're gonna send this to the bottom of the life. So now the opponent, we can actually kill that third Luffy now. Opponent needs to restand right now and send that Luffy that they have in their grave back to their... So 1,000 Worlds, Coliseum, Barto, King Khan, Ideo. Oh, wait, did they... did they not put the Luffy back? Okay, they did put the Luffy back. I just didn't see it. Yeah, so we go like this. They did put that Luffy back. So they have the second Luffy. Yeah, we used the both blockers, right? We used the both blockers. Opponent has been showing us 2K after 2Ks, right? For the past, 2 turns. So I'm gonna just go 7 again here. We can play this second blocker again. Oh, okay, they gave us an 8K. All right, so let's just go 9. That's going to be both cards from their hand if they want to save this. Okay, they choose not to. Yeah, there's no way for me to get down to just 4 cards, right? Honestly, I might just play this Bege out. Just play Bege and the Brulee. And potentially just try to kill them in next turn by going more aggressive. I guess there's a chance that the opponent could technically kill my units because I'm giving them this many. I'm using all my 2K counters out of my hand. They could easily get another blocker, but that was the third Luffy that we see, right? So the 2 other Luffys are in the bottom of the deck. This doesn't kill anything. It just lets them attack on the same turn because of the Coliseum. I said that we have a blocker, right? Opponent trashes another Sabo, so that's their 3rd Sabo. Wait, they trashed another Luffy as well. So the other 2 Luffys are in the bottom of the deck. No, they didn't trash a Luffy, sorry. That's the Luffy that we killed. They trashed the Sabo, they trashed the Barto. This lets them attack active characters so they can quote-unquote attack into the Brulee. Sure. And then we still have these double 2K counters to protect my units. You have 1 card left in your hand. 7, 8. And we just go double 2K. So we should be able to kill them here, right? They have a 1k counter that they're gonna get. They have 1 card in their hand. They have 1 card in their hand, right? I'm gonna go for 5 here to start with. Because if they use that 1 card, then I don't have to put any down on the rest. I can just attack for 5 with the queen. Because this one gets punished. If the opponent gets like 1,000 worlds, right, it will get punished. So that the opponent did nothing there. So I guess let's go 7 and then we go 9, right? Like, we actually managed to somehow grind them out, even when I thought that our hand was like pretty bad. So I'll take that. I'll go second here again. This hand looks quite a bit better. I like the Yamato. I hate seeing the Bege in my hand. But the Yamato, the Gongon Rain, the Mihawk for the Luffys is pretty good. And the Yamato can pop like their Luffy or anything else. We can like grind them down if we need to. We can end the turn here. That's 2 Coliseum again. Holy crap, I just realized that. Double Coliseum, just like it happened in the first game. Opponent is so unlucky. That's so unlucky. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's go 5. Yeah, let's go 5. We might be able to more or less rush them down again, depending on how things go here. Then we play the Sanji. Opponent takes the damage. We'll go like this. No 1,000 worlds for the Kyros this time around, so the opponent does get to keep that Kyros. But we do have access to, you know, I guess opponent has an Orlumbus, right? So I need to be careful. This Gongon Rain is not bad. The problem is that the opponent's never... I need to take... If the opponent... I want the opponent to hit my life, right? I want the opponent to hit my life. They get their Orlumbus. Do you have the Leo as well? Okay, no, they have the Giats. They have the Giats. So they're just going to try to attack into the Sanji. They did it on their Orlumbus? Interesting. So you're going to have to sacrifice... This is so bad now because if you actually want to attack into the Sanji, it's so easy for me to counter out of that. And I'm taking this life. Yeah, I'm taking this life. And not making the same mistake as last time where I just literally like didn't have anything, right? Let's go like this. I might honestly attack with the Sanji. If the opponent takes this hit and just rests their leader, if they don't counter out of this, I'm down to kill this Kyros. Wow, okay, so we can go 7, 8. Let's go for 8. Force 2 2k counters out of their hand. Let's force it 2 2k counters out of their hand to save this Kyros. It's not difficult for them to have the 2 2k counters because it's a Rebecca deck. Do you have it? Okay, Tashigi and Barto. All right. And then we play the Boa and just pass the turn. Reducing the amount of cards in their hand is not a bad idea. I do have so many cards in my hand though, so that's the... Oh, they get the Coliseum, right? It's same thing as last game, right? 2 Coliseums, and they finally get the third one. So, next turn we have 8 Dawn. We could play this Katakuri, to be honest, and be okay with that. Why don't we go like this? We could play this Katakuri and just put this Kyros in the bottom of their life. Opponent goes Sabo. If they attack with the Orlumbus, I'm so down to just try to kill the Orlumbus next turn. Yeah, the Kyros is kind of like a pain in the butt right now at this point. They trash Ideo and Gongon and the King Kong gun. Oh, they're gonna just attack. Okay, so no blocker, 2k counter. If they attack with Orlumbus, I think I just give them the Sogeking. Or I can just give them the blocker, right? Like I have multiple ways to kind of do this. It probably has to be into the Kyros, right? I definitely think we go into the Kyros. They're gonna go my... Okay, so do you have a Leo? Okay, I guess they also have a Leo. All right. So they have the Leo. Pop my Sanji. Let's yeah, let's just throw this Katakuri into the Kyros so that we don't have to worry about this Kyros always being such a good attacker into us. They're gonna even attack into us graciously. Am I concerned about taking too much life? Probably not, right? We have this Yamato. We still have this blocker. We can attack for 5 into their Orlumbus. Opponent has 1 card in their hand to save this Orlumbus. Okay. And then yeah, let's just pop this Kyros. Just so that we don't have to worry about the Kyros being an annoying attacker. Opponent has, I guess opponents are gonna have more than 1 card because they're gonna start. They have to start using this Rebecca ability, right? The Luffy is annoying, but we do have the 2K, 1K, and we have the Mihawks and the Yamatos, right? So we can technically kill this Luffy as long as we don't take any life. They got the Destructive Sword of Thunder. That's gonna be annoying as well. If the opponent has an... That's why killing Orlumbus was so important. Because this Destructive Sword of Thunder could have actually killed my Katakuri with their Orlumbus on the field. Tashigi? Okay, so they're actually gonna go ahead and do it anyways. Alright, so they're gonna do it anyways. Just kill this Katakuri. If I take a life this turn, the Yamato gives me that life back anyways. You have to use it. You committed to it, so I guess you have to use the Destructive Sword of Thunder to kill Katakuri. It counts as 15. As long as the opponent does it, it will count as 15. Like, do I want to take this life? I think I should, right? I think I should and just start playing all my big bodies. We can always play Yamato next turn and pop their Sabo. Unless the opponent just plays a second Sabo here, but if that's the case, they cannot kill this. Oh, okay, so they don't even have the Destructive Sword of Thunder. Okay, so one thing you guys need to know, and I think our opponent didn't know, is that you see how they have 14 cards in their discard pile? The Destructive Sword of Thunder will actually count as the 15th card, as card number 15, and it will actually be able to KO that Katakuri if the opponent so chose to. They chose not to do it, so we just go ahead and just get this Boa blocker. So it actually would have worked out for them if they actually did it. At this point, we can just play Yamato, get ourselves that extra life, and just kind of go back to a decent state. Pop their Sabo, get the Yamato. We can go for 6 into their Tashigi. Now, usually I would say that if I was against another deck, I would say we can just wait, right? We can just stall them out. But I do think I want to start shipping out their life because the opponent's still going to be able to draw an extra card every turn with Rebecca anyways. So I don't know that like delaying stuff further and further is going to really make a difference. I think we just go for it and start shipping away at their life. We have this Mihawks, we have this Sogeking, we have this Gum Rain if we need to like actually defend ourselves. We have 2 blockers. Like we should be able to just grind them out here with all these big bodies that we have. Opponent gets a Barto and it's just gonna get bottom decked by Mihawk. Kyros does nothing because nothing is 1 card. I guess we're gonna just... I guess opponent can actually technically attack into my Katakuri if they so choose to. Nope. All right. Do I actually hit their Barto, or do I just get rid of their Kiros again? I guess, like, I could just get rid of their Kiros again. Opponent's actually gonna go for the 8, try to kill this Katakuri. We're gonna go ahead and give them the Sogeking. Because the Kiros is kind of annoying. Sits. Ooh. Okay, I guess we just go like this. Bottom deck that. We can attack for 5 here. Force a 1k counter. And then 9 and 9. It's a 2k counter that the opponent just gave us, right? So we can just go 9. And then 9 again. We have all these big bodies now that I don't think there's anything that the opponent can do to be able to come back. And they gave us the blocker anyway. So we go second 9. 3 life. And next turn we should be able to finish the game if we want to. We have the 2 blockers, so it means that their Luffy doesn't even get to kill my units. Even if the opponent has Luffy into King Kong Gun. So, let's see. It's a tough situation, right? Unfortunately for the opponent, just ended up getting all the value that I needed and getting my big bodies. They finally get a second Olympus. They finally get the second Olympus, so that's pretty good. They go ahead and use their Olympus to give this the -4, so they're gonna have their Destructive Sword of Thunder coming up soon. They have to pop one of their units, which the units don't matter. So it's gonna be Destructive Sword of Thunder against the Yamato. But that's gonna eat up their whole turn. They're gonna have 2 Dawn left for a potentially Deo blocker. Yeah, they're gonna just have... Oh, okay, 1000 Worlds. So you still have the Destructive Sword of Thunder, right, in your hand. So we know that one of the cards in your hand is like a dead card. You have 5, so whatever they play here... Do we just play Yamato and just pop that Olympus? I mean, we can just win, right? Technically, we could just win, but I might just choose to play it slow. I might just choose to play it slow here. Go for 5, go for 9, go for 9. And then next time we have all these 9 attackers to win the game again. So we go like this. We know that the opponent has Destructive Sword of Thunder, and we know that they're going to have a Kiros in their hand. So we know 2 out of the cards that they have in their hand. They can technically pop one of these blockers. If they have 1000 Worlds or a Red Roc from Trigger. No? Okay. So then we go last 9 attack. Alright. So, next turn we still have potentially 4 attacks. I have 2 blockers to protect my big bodies. We can play another Mihawk to pop like a Sabo blocker to the bottom of the deck. And there's no way that they can play Luffy, because if they play Luffy with 0 life, they just lose the game. So yeah, so this game, okay, well, they are going to play the Luffy. Again, we have double blocker here, so it means that the Luffy doesn't even get to kill any one of the units. Yeah. I could even just throw a 2k. Okay, nope, yeah. That still doesn't matter, right? Again, the double blocker means that my units are all completely safe. And then opponent has no Dawn active. We know they have the destructive, the sword in their hand, so they only have 3 cards left. That could be counters, and just putting all the Dawn on Mihawk or Yamato just wins us the game. So I think opponent was a newer Rebecca player, right? Like the way that the opponent plays, it is kind of telling me that they're a newer Rebecca player, but it still kind of gives you an idea of, like, the last game we had a really awkward hand, but this game we got all our big bodies, and you can see how, like, even if the opponent had played the Luffy early, that Yamato could have killed the Luffy because the opponent still has the 7. We still have 7 life between the 2 of us, right? You had the Katakuri, we had the Mihawk, so we could have just bottom decked everything. And that's the problem against, like, that these Rebecca decks have against Queen. That between my Red Rocs, my Mihawks, my Yamatos, my Katakuris, your Luffy's never gonna really stay on the field, right? So you have to like try to get as much value as you can out of him before we just bounce it to the bottom, right? And 1,000 worlds as well, dealing with the Kyros. So it's just tough. It's just tough. And this is how this matchup is gonna go. So hope you enjoyed these games of Queen versus Rebecca. Very slow matchup, but I think very favorable for the Queen player. If you liked today's video, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. We're gonna do 2 more videos of Queen over the next 2 days, so hope you stick around to watch those. I'll see you all again tomorrow.